We're going to go over how to sterilely put on the ultrasound probe cover on the ultrasound probe. Um, for the purposes of this demonstration, things are slightly different because I'm using a portable ultrasound system. But if we can imagine that this was in a holster and it was a traditional ultrasound machine, that can be beneficial because you're not going to be working on your sterile field like this. At least the probe won't be on the sterile field like this. But regardless, for the purposes of the demonstration, I think we can get the point across. So what you're going to do is you're going to get your probe cover here. You're going to have your Band-Aids ready to go. You're going to open up your sterile ultrasound gel. And kind of before you even think about grabbing the probe, you just want to orient yourself, make sure that you understand, this has an arrow that shows you where the probe goes, and then also it has kind of the symbol that shows you where your hand goes. So what you can do is kind of put your hand inside the probe cover, and then here what you can do is just put a little bit of the ultrasound gel right in here. Okay, and then again, if your ultrasound probe was kind of in a holster or something, this would be a little bit different. But all you have to do is, kind of where the gel is, you just grab the ultrasound probe, and then you just grab the tip of the cover here, and you just extend this as much as you can. All right, and that's pretty good. And then we can just pull this out here, and we are good to go. We have our probe right here inside the cover. We have the ultrasound gel on the inside. And then all we need to do now, which I think is pretty important, is you can kind of smooth the cover out, and then also, and just make sure the gel's kind of in the appropriate place right there. And then also what I think is worth doing is just spending a little bit of time to make sure that you don't have a surplus of probe cover up. You want to rub out the little bubbles here as well too, because those will be echogenic. But then also you want to make sure you don't have a surplus of ultrasound probe cover here, because this can actually get in the way. You don't want anything baggy up here. So then you can use the rubber bands to just kind of keep everything taut. And then similarly, you can use another rubber band as well too to kind of go a little bit lower off and just kind of make sure that things don't kind of sneak up on you and it doesn't get baggy. But then, basically what we have at the end result is, again, no air bubbles, kind of an ultrasound gel on the inside, and then it's just not baggy. So when we actually do our procedure here, when we're using a needle or something like that, we're not fighting against like a baggy probe cover, which doesn't seem like a big deal, but when you're trying to do something and it's blocking your field of view, I think that can be very frustrating.